Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight it's the Pace Syndicate 360 winged sprint cars live in action from the sprint car capital of the world. Good evening, my name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday evening. The strong field of cars has found its way to the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Nearly 40 drivers signed into the pit area for another round of the 360 winged sprint cars. Of course, 2 weeks since they have last run. Of course, a week on and week off situation. Of course, in collaboration with the Dirt Leagues Australia, alternating weeks. Now getting set for qualifying here at just under 2 minutes time. And then from that qualifying, we'll go straight into heat racing action, where we'll take the top 4 from the heat races, move those drivers straight into the main event, and of course we'll have our preliminary mains. We'll have a B, C, more than likely a D as well. So plenty of action to come live from the Knoxville Raceway. Of course, you're watching live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Chris Lawrence, yes, this is Aussie Racing. Well, if you're joining us here for the first time, we welcome you in. We hope you enjoy the show. If you haven't done so already, make sure you head over to our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. There you can check out our sponsors, our schedule, what we've got going on. Of course, all our race videos as well, live on the race videos tab, all in HD 1080p, and of course that's where we're streaming to as well. We've got YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and of course Mixer as well, all the highest of quality. Yes, the #1 dirt broadcaster. Check one shoe for Dean Thrower. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors as well. Of course, I want to thank Wicked Cushion, Simworks Performance, BK Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, Turbo Tees Apparel, JR Productions and Media, and of course the newest one today, Black Diamond Motorsports. Make sure you head over to their Facebook page, give them a like, give them a follow as well as all the other social media pages. Well, we aren't too far away from rolling into qualifying, and there is the checkered flag. It's been thrown down here in practice. We'll have the top 20 qualifiers, the top 20 times on the left hand side of your screen right now. That's what we are going to do. I'm going to try and watch some of these drivers come out onto the racetrack. Of course, down the bottom left of the screen you can see which driver we are watching. Of course, they will change throughout this one. All good, Chris? All good, brother? Right, so the first car we're going to watch in the Team Seni Wicked Cushion, car 057. It is Craig Dunn. Craig Dunn in the 057. Lap number 1 will be quick time, a 17.047. Look at some other drivers on the racetrack as well. Alex Myers in the 11. We'll see if he can get a time in. Watching the 11 of Alex Myers. The 4th quick, 17.148. Lance Bainton in the 28. 10th quick, 17.240. Jake Maloney, 11th quick. We'll see if he can further his time. 16.946. Jordan Littadell in car number 9, sitting in position 6 at the moment. Lewis Hewitt has gone 0.2 of a second quicker than Craig Dunn, who sits in 2nd. Jordan Littadell, 17.042. Jacob Penno in car number 47. Jacob Childs in the 36, sitting 26 quick. Here is the 55 car of Mason Merritt. Mason Merritt, first lap. We'll see where this puts him. And it's going to be 24th quick. James Robbie in the Gavin Sadler Racing Down Under Graphics. Ultimate Dirt to E41, 17th quick. We'll see some other drivers on the racetrack. Nathan Clark in car number 25 with a 17.008, 7th quick. Well, David Hartleman, he has gone to the top now with a 16.728. Joel Berkeley in the 31. The final car to get a lap in. 38 drivers have taken a time. Berkeley will be your 39th car in qualifying. Let's see what he can do here. He's got 10 seconds. He will get one lap in. And that's about all he will get. He's going to go 7th quick with a 17.001. So that'll do it for TTL's Joel Berkeley. He won't get his second lap in, and there it is, qualifying done and dusted. We'll move to 4 heat races. Like I said, top 4 going to go on. Well done to David Heilemann, who goes quick time here this evening. We'll take a look at your wicked cushion to start us off here for heat race number 1. And starting on pole in car number 49, it's David Heilemann on his outside, the 29 of Jake Maloney. Inside, row number 2, car number 9 of Jordan McDonnell on his outside in the 08. It's Andre Smith out of position number 4. Starting position 5, the 96 of Darren Parmenter on his outside. Starting position 6, the 78 of John Schultz. Your 7th starter in car number 15, Marcus Konecka will line up alongside the 92 of Callum Norseman out of position number 8. And your final row on the inside, car number 36 of Jacob Child out of position 9. Out of position number 10 in car 22, it's John Lawrence. For heat racing, they are running 10 laps. The top 4 will go straight through to the main event. Everyone else goes to the B, C, potentially a D as well. And it's going to be a 45 lap main event. So the pace truck, the iRacing.com official pace truck, is rolling down the back straight away, of course. Got 10 360 winged sprint cars behind us. They make their way into turn number 3 and 4. The shot here on the front straightaway. We'll go green next time by, of course. All starts are on the green flag, so you'll see certainly an even launch when it comes to starting these heat races. However, any yellows in the main event, they will be, the restarts will be determined by the race leader. Thanks, Chris, I appreciate it. The Napa Auto Parts car number 49 of David Heilemann. Jake Maloney, the front row. Jordan McDonnell alongside Andre Smith. It's a late green flag to start this one, but green flag heat number 1 on the night, and we're underway into turn number 1 and 2. It's Heilemann already leading down the back straight. Look at McDonnell in the red and white and black. Number 9 car going to move up to the top of the racetrack. Put the slider on Maloney. Maloney turns it underneath the 15 of Marcus Konecka. Had some contact, 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Schultz is there in the mix with Andre Smith, Darren Parmenter as well. Parmenter using the bottom side of the racetrack in the black and green number 96. On the inside of turn number 1 and 2, contact with McDonnell as he shut the door going into turn number 1 now. Here comes Andre Smith in the 08 car right through the middle now, down low. Into turn number 3 and 4, some good 3 wide action. And we're only in heat number 1, 10 laps the distance. 3 in the book, 7 to go. It's Heilemann leading from Maloney. Smith and Palmer side by side. McDonnell, he's been chewed up and spat out, but McDonnell going to try and come back on the inside into 3 and 4. Schultz is running the cushion. Schultz going down low into turn number 1 and 2 right now. Past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Some great racing here to start off the opening heat of the night. 360s in the sprint car capital of the world. Palmer again with Smith and McDonnell. You go back to Schultz and Konietzka. Oh, they're closely following. Here comes McDonnell down to the low side. He shut the door through turns 3. Move McDonnell into that 4th and final transfer spot. Remember, top 4 going to make it through. So right now, this is a battle going on for what is the final transfer spot. And you look at 3 cars that are hounding the back of the number 9 machine and also the 08 of Andre Smith. Making it very, very difficult to pass here. Although there is a lot of passing going on. McDonnell put a slider on Smith. Oh, there's contact. Oh, car into the wall. That's Palmer in the 96. Konietzka in the 15 slides into position 4. 2 to go at the start-finish line. Schultz down low in the... sorry, it's Konietzka in the 15 car. Down low, he's gotten by McDonnell into turns 3 and 4. McDonnell needs to run the caution. White flag is out. One more time. And McDonnell, he's on the outside looking in. If he can get by Smith, well, he may just secure a top 4 spot. For the final time, heat number 1, it's going to go to... oh, it's going to go to David Harlan with Jake Maloney second. Third at the line is going to be Andre Smith and Marcus Konietzka. Konietzka got 3rd, Smith 4th, McDonnell, Child, Schultz, Norseman, Lawrence and Palmer. Heat 1 in the books. Jesus, what a busy one that was. Heat 2 up next, and we'll take a look at your Wicked Cushions starting grid. Here we go, heat number 2 on the front row, starting on pole, car number 3 of Lewis Hewitt. On his outside, car number 21 of Zachary Phelan. Starting position 3, car number 81 of Joshua Walton. Out of position 4, the 71 of Gavin Sadler. Starting position 5, the 19 of Darren Brumfield. Starting position 6, car number 47 of Jacob Penno. Aaron Wilton in car 17 will start position 7. Position number 8, the 05 of Michael McCahey. And a position number 9, the 121 of Daniel Harding. And starting position number 10 in car number 5, it's James Rice. Well, let's hope so, Chris. Let's hope so. Drivers getting the 1 to green signal right now as they come past the flag stand and, of course, the virtual Doug Clark flag stand that is. So a busy heat 1. What will heat 2 produce? Hewitt, Phelan, Walton, Sadler, Brumfield, and Penno, your top 6. You go back to Wilton, Mulcahy, Harding, and Rice. 10 on the board. Green flag is out. Heat 2 begins. Sadler right through the middle, showing his intentions very, very early through 1 and 2. Walton on the inside, down into that of a 3 and 4. Look at the 47 of Jacob Penno up top. Hewitt will lead lap number 1. Phelan in second. Third, Sadler around the outside of Walton. To the 4th and final transfer spot. Up for grabs once again, the 19 of Brumfield. Looking inside. Oh, and there goes Walton and Penno living up to these expectations, as that's now going to put Aaron Wilton in the 17 into that fourth and final transfer spot. Behind him, Harding, Rice and Mulcahy. Fifth, sixth and seventh. Car into the wall, I believe that's Mulcahy in the 05 it is. Hewitt dominating this one. Got a 1.1 second advantage. I'm sure it's going to go out to about 1.2, 1.3. 1.3 second. The difference is between himself and second place driver Zach Phelan. In car number 21, Sadler sitting in third in a comfortable spot as well. He's got about a 1.5 second, 1.7 seconds back to the 47 of a 17 car of Aaron Wilton. James Rice now making the move on the inside on Daniel Harding into 1 and 2. Rice now sitting on the outside looking in. That was the top side through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Sadler now looking to the inside, looking for second. Phelan going to rail the cushion through 1 and 2. Sadler through the middle. Sadler once again back up on the inside into turn number 3 and 4. It's still Phelan using the cushion all the way around this racetrack. He's cleared Sadler by a couple of car lengths as they go into 1 and 2. 2.5 to go down the back straight away for your leader, Lewis Hewitt. We go on board with Gavin Sadler. So Hewitt gets the white flag with Phelan and Sadler. Fourth is still Wilton. Daniel Harding, he's got a chance to pick up this fourth and final transfer spot. Phelan goes down low into 3 and 4, but it's Hewitt who gets the win. Second will go to Zach Phelan. Third, going to be Gavin Sadler. Fourth home, Aaron Wilton. Daniel Harding, fifth. Sixth is going to be James Rice. Seventh, Michael Mulcahy, Jacob Penno, Joshua Walton, and Darren Brumfield, your 10 finishers in heat race number 2. Paul, thank you very much for those stars. I appreciate it, buddy. So 2 heats complete, 2 remain before we get into the preliminary action. We'll take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for heat race number 3. Your lineup looks like this. Starting on pole in the 057, Craig Dunn. When he's outside, the 31 of Joel Berkeley. Scott Butler in the 94 will start position 3. Sean McGinniskin in the 808 will start position 4. Position 5 will be the 41 of James Robbie. At a position 6 to 28 of Lance Bainton. Position 7 in the 212, it's going to be Christopher Tomlin. On his outside, the 23 of Tristan Yelland. And your final row on the inside, the 16 of Dylan Stacey will start position 9. And the 124 of Nathan Bailey will start position number 10. Heat 3, another 10 laps the distance. But no inversion for tonight. You'll see the fastest car, or generally the fastest qualifiers, they will always be up the front. Dunn, Berkeley, Butler, McGinniskin, Robbie, Bainton, Tomlin, Yelland, Stacey and Bailey, your 10 starters. 10 laps on the board. Heat 3, the penultimate heat race of the night. 3, 2, 1 on the gas, and we are underway. So the first 2 heat races have been dominated by the car on the on pole. We'll see how this one fares out. Berkeley going to move down low, put the slider. No, he's going to stay down low in turns 3 and 4. It's going to be done to work to the outside of the racetrack. It is a drag race at the start-finish line. Here comes Berkeley with a slider into 1 and 2. Dunn trying to cross underneath him now down the back straight away. He's got the grip line going into turn number 3. He puts the slide job back on Berkeley. Your race for the lead is on. Berkeley right through the middle of turn 1 and 2. Gets to the cushion halfway through the turn. Dunn and Butler. Battle is on for 4th. James Robbie trying to hold off McGinniskin. McGinniskin on the outside. Robbie in the 41 right through the middle. McGinniskin now sneaking up on the inside. Down the back straightaway. Look at how low McGinniskin is on the racetrack. Staying in the moisture down the back straightaway. Robbie's the right rear caught the cushion through 3 and 4. And catapulted that 41 back into position number 4. Nearly halfway home. 6 laps left to run in this one. Yelland and Bailey battling at the back here for 9th and 10th. Sorry, 8th and 9th. It's Stacey and Yelland. I apologise. Look at Dunn, 0.3 of a second away from Berkeley as they go into 3 and 4. 4 remain in heat race number 3. Once again, we'll try and keep an eye on this. Oh, Berkeley! Not sure what happened to Berkeley. Looked like he may have jumped the cushion through 1 and 2, then caught the wall down the back straightaway. That's given to Craig Dunn the lead. Butler now trying to capitalise on the mistake from Berkeley. Coming to 2 to go, this time by for your leader. We go on board with Craig Dunn watching out the back of the race car. White flag is out on board with the 31 of Berkeley. Half a mile, 4 turns to go through 1 and 2. He's caught the wall again. Oh, look out, Berkeley. It's certainly given up a race-winning opportunity. Dunn will get the win. 2nd is going to go to Butler. James Robbie home in 3rd. Berkeley going to limp across the line in 4th. Bainter, McGinniskin, Tomlin, Yelland, Bailey and Stacey. Heat 3 complete. Heat 4 up next. Let's go ahead and take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. Starting on pole, car number 46 of Jackson Callow. On the outside of the front row, the 25 of Nathan Clark. The 111 of Lewis Clark will start position 3. At a position 4, the 015 of Darren Lord. At a position 5, the 11 of Alex Myers, Richie McLeod in the 014 at a position number 6. At a position 7, the 55 of Mason Merritt. At a position 8, the 26 of Chris Ansell. And Jason Markowski in car number 20 will start position number 9. So we're going to start this race on board with car number 25 of Nathan Clark. Let's take 10 laps around the Knoxville Raceway. The final heat race of the night. Green flag is out. We're underway for heat number 4. To see how dangerous this cushion really is just to hit. You can see Callow right in front of Clark, and Callow, unfortunately, well, that's not going to be the start that he wanted. Move Callow back to position 5. Nathan Clark, your race leader. Lewis Clark second, third. Darren Lord fourth. Callow put the slider on Myers and Merritt. I dare say the Jackson Callow, he hasn't got that car set up for the top or the slick. That's certainly going to have to change if he's going to want to make tonight's main event. Meanwhile, the Clark guys going at it. Nathan on the inside, in fact right through the middle. Lewis Clark finished second in the first ever ASL Chili Bowl. He has been phenomenal over the past couple of months. And now he's to the lead. 4 laps in of this tandem. Well, don't count out Nathan Clark because he's been superb as well. Nathan Clark right through the middle. Lewis Clark rallying the cushion. So it's going to be a matter of how long will that cushion stay formed and how long will it be fast before we see drivers start to use that bottom side and really try and find the moisture down there. Merritt holding on to 4th right now. Myers back there in 5th. Lewis Clark now really starting to try and pull away from Nathan Clark at 4/10 of a second. Back to the 25 entry. Darren Lord in 3rd. Two laps to go. This time by for your race leader. Clark 1 and 2. It's Lewis out in front of the 111 starter position 3. Nathan Clark starting on the outside of the front row. That's where he's going to stay for the time being. Here comes the 55 of Mason Merritt in turns number 1 and 2. Gets by Lord. For the final time in heat racing action, it's going to be Lewis Clark with the win. Second going to go to Nathan Clark. Third going to be Mason Merritt. 4th, Darren Lord. Jackson Callow, Alex Myers, Richie McLeod, Chris Ansell, and Jason Markowski. Heat races complete. I believe it'll be your C main. Alright, C main on the racetrack right now. Starting on pole, he's going to be Richie McLeod. Callum Norseman will start out of position 2. Jacob Penno alongside Tristan Yelland in row 2. Row 3 going to be Chris Ansell and Chris Lawrence. Row 4, Joshua Walton and Nathan Bailey. Row 4. Row 5, Jason Markowski, Darren Parmenter. Row 6, Darren Brumfield and Dylan Stacey. And that is going to be the 12 cars in this one. So 8 cars out of this one will go home. Their nights will be done. Top 4 going to move on to the B main. Richie McLeod not starting. That's going to put Jacob Penno. Move him up to position number 1 alongside Callum Norseman. Caution, no cautions in this one. So McLeod, he's going to have to hope that, well, someone takes out over half the field. Green flag is out 16 laps the distance. In fact, it is scheduled for 14. Right now, here comes the 26 of Chris Ansell on the bottom side of the racetrack. Jacob Penno up on the outside in turns 1 and 2. They go into 3 and 4. Walton now looking for 1, looking for 2 people. Penno tags the back of Walton. Walton into the wall and nearly upside down. As here comes, here comes the 22. John Lawrence taking no prisoners in that one. Oh no, Chris Ansell in the 26 car. Upside down, hang on for a ride. You've just been chewed up. And it's Norseman out in front from Bromfield. Tristan Yelland in 3rd. Jacob Penno 4th. That's how they run down into turn number 3 and 4. Round 1 and 2. Uh-oh, Walton now putting a big time right rear into Jason Markowski. 96 of Palmer slides up in front of Walton. Walton going to turn it back underneath him. 1 and 2 now slider from Walton. Palmer crosses over. Battle on for 3rd. Look at Tristan Yellen go. And battle on for the race lead because Darren Bromfield, he's made that bottom side work. Penno gets by Yelland again. And Darren Bromfield to the race lead. Norseman back to 2nd. Penno 3rd. Yelland in 4th. So just the 14 lap C main. There is 2 laps too early. And now we've got some Jacob Penno in that 47. Rallying the top side of the racetrack. Comes off the cushion, back down through the middle. Laps complete in tonight's C main. Top 4 advancing to the back of the B. But the nights get a little bit tougher. Penno trying to make something happen right now. On board with the 92 of Callum Norseman. You can see the left of the screen now. The 47 of Jacob Penno trying the top side of the speedway. Out Darren Bromfield out in front. He's gone to the top this time in 3 and 4. He got to the race lead by passing Norseman on the bottom side. Norseman still holding down that 2nd spot on the racetrack. You see Penno continue to work high and then hit the cushion and drive it back down to the racetrack. 12 laps complete, 2 to run. Penno now getting to the outside, nearly contact as they went into 3 and 4. Make it easy, boys. You've got a transfer spot already locked up, although this position is essentially 1 row. White flag is out. One more time. The battle on for 2nd and 3rd. Uh-oh, we'll go back and have a look at this 4th and final transfer spot. Is Palmer. Is he going to get Yelland? He's not. Checkered flag out. Darren Bromfield from Jacob Penno, Callum Norseman and Tristan Yelland. Those 4 drivers are going to advance. That was your C main. The Syndicate 360 winged sprint cars, the B main up now. Let's go ahead and take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. "16 laps will be the distance. The top 8 will go through 15 cars, and Jordan McDonnell in car number 9 will start on pole. On his outside in the 121, Daniel Harding. Starting position 3, car number 28 of Lance Bainton. At a position number 4, the 46 of Jackson Callow. Starting position 5, the 36 of Jacob Childs. James Rice in the 5 will start position 6. In the 808, it's Sean McGinniskin out of position number 7. On his outside, the 11 of Alex Myers. Your 9th starter in car number 78, John Schultz, will line up alongside the 05 of Michael McKay out of position number 10. Christopher Tomlin in the 212 will start position 11. Starting position 12, car number 19, your C main winner of Darren Bromfield. And your final 3 positions in car number 47, Jacob Penno will start position 13. At a position 14, the 92 of Callum Norseman. Your final starter, all at the back by himself in car number 23, a solid drive in the C main, Tristan Yellen, will start position number 15. So 15 cars, 8 going through to the main event. Of course, the winner will start position 17 in tonight's A main. Green flag is out. It almost looked like the inside row was trying to get a bit of a jump on the field, but the outside car never got that start. Daniel Harding in the 121 having all sorts of issues there. Uh-oh, the one time Daniel Harding, Darren Bromfield caught up in that one. Not sure what is going on with that 121 car. Meanwhile, McDonnell out in front. Second, Lance Bainton. Third, Jackson Callow. Then you go back to the 36 of Jacob Childs, and James Rice rounds out the top 5. Callow on the outside along with Rice, and look at Alex Myers in the 11. Stalking Childs and Rice. Jackson Callow now putting pressure on Bainton. He moves up the inside in turn 1 and 2. Will he go for the slider? No, Bainton stays high. Go on board with Jordan McDonnell right now to see how far he just got. He starts to pull away right now, putting some distance between himself and Lance Bainton. On board with James Rice now. The number 5 machine sitting here in position 4. Battling there with Alex Myers in the 11 car on the inside. Well, be careful, Ricey. You might give up a spot. Oh, there was contact. Meanwhile, back out in front. It is McDonnell right on the bottom side. Bainton Up on the top side, Callow in third, fourth. Well, still battle going on between Rice and Myers. Childs all over the racetrack, snaking it down the front straightaway. Sean McGinniskin and John Schultz, your 8th and final transfer spot. Tristan Yellen doing a nice job as well. He's made his way from 15th up to position number 9. So Yellen, he just needs one car to either spin out, run out of fuel, or crash by himself. And if he can hang on to position, if he can get into position 8 or into the top 8 and hang on, we'll see Yellen do the alphabet soup tonight. Look at the 36 of Childs just rail that cushion in turn 3 and 4. This is 16 laps, not 18. So still quite a number of laps to get something happening. Oh, Childs is going to hang on to it. Yes, he does. Callow, meanwhile, is got by Bainton, and Bainton, he's gone back to the bottom side of the racetrack. Myers trying to rail the top in turns 1 and 2. Use that cushion. It is almost like a Logan Seavey type. You get on the cushion, you overdrive it, or you jump the cushion. There's every chance you're going to be climbing that wall with your sprint car, not just your right rear. Here comes Schultz on the inside of McGinniskin. Battle going on for 6th and 7th right now. Just behind them, Jacob Childs sitting in position 8. Remember, top 8 going to go through. Dalton Buckley, thank you very much for that follow. McDonnell is already past lap traffic, getting past the 92 of Callum Norseman. 2 to go for your race leader. In car number 9 of Jordan McDonnell. Just rolling the bottom side. You can hear how much he's off the throttle through that turn. White flag is out one more time, and we will see Jordan McDonnell, providing he won't make any mistakes in turns 3 and 4. It's 2 turns for a direct transfer in tonight's main event. He goes to the top, goes around the cars on the inside and on the infield. Jordan McDonnell, checkered flag is out. Jackson Callow, Lance Bainton, James Rice, Alex Myers, Jacob Childs, John Schultz and Sean McGinniskin. And we'll see those drivers in tonight's main event, but well done to Jordan McDonnell on that win. We have a 2-minute warm-up session. So that'll give drivers that haven't been on the track since their heat races give a chance to go out and take a look and get a feel for the track, maybe make some final adjustments to the setups. Of course, while we've got this time, we want to thank our sponsors once again. Of course, you can find them on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. Of course, you can find a link to their Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and the website if they've got one. All you've got to do is just click on the image. Also, those people, those sponsors supporting us here at Ultimate Dirt TV: Wicked Cushion, Simworks Performance, BK Designs, Royal Thunder Racing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, Turbo Tees Apparel, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Make sure you head over to their Facebook pages by clicking on the link on our either Facebook or YouTube channel in the description. So we are just under 40 seconds right now from the checkered flag on this warm-up session. And this track, well, it is black slick. Look at the glow from the lights. We watch the camera right up above this racetrack. Slick all the way from the bottom to the top in the turns, and you have got a monstrous cushion through both ends of the racetrack. Through the turns, this is going to be won or lost potentially on the bottom side or on the cushion. Who's game enough to run 45 laps on the cushion? Can they run 45 laps on the cushion? We'll find out in just a moment. We'll take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for tonight's A-Main in just a moment. Alright, your main event looks like this. Your Wicked Cushion starting grid, starting on pole. Caliber 49, David Heilemann. On his outside, out of position 2, the 3 of Lewis Hewitt. Out of position 3, the 057 of Craig Dunn. On his outside, the 111 of Lewis Clark. Out of position 5, the 29 of Jake Maloney. Out of position 6, the 21 of Zachary Phelan. Out of position 7, the 94 of Scott Butler. Out of position 8, the 25 of Nathan Clark. Inside row number 5, the 15 of Marcus Konitska. Out of position 10, the 71 of Gavin Sadler. James Robbie in the 41 will start position 11. Mason Merritt, the 55, will start position 12. We go to the back half of the grid. The 08 of Andre Smith will start position 13. Out of position 14, the 17 of Aaron Wilton. Inside row number 8, caliber 31 of Joel Berkeley. On his outside, in position 16, in the 015 of Darren Lord. Jordan McDonnell in the 9 will start position 17. Jackson Callow in the 46 will start position 18. Lance Bainton in the 28 will start position 19. James Rice in the 5 will start position 20. Out of 21, the 11 of Alex Myers. Out of position 22, the 36 of Jacob Childs. And your final row, the 78 of John Schultz out of position 23. And Sean McGinniskin in the 808 will start position number 24. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of the Pace Syndicate 360 Winged Sprint Cars. Here in the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. Green flag set to fly, 45 laps the distance. Green flag is out, and we are underway in tonight's main event. Very busy through turn number 1 and 2, and down the back straightaway we are seeing 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Drivers attempting to make it even 4 wide if possible. 3 wide's a stretch at the moment. Lap 1 is in the books. Jeez, look at how this is just chaos. Everyone trying to find a spot on the racetrack, trying to get into a groove and make a move. Phelan almost tagged the back of Lewis Clark, and he gets around the outside. Oh my! Phelan, he certainly got those grapefruits struck down in that race car. Yellow, yellow, yellow. The first yellow of the night. Try and take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. An attempt to find the culprit. There it is, Jacob Childs. Our first car to go upside down. So we'll have a couple of different shots to show you of this one. Just look at how big that ledge is. Jacob Charles, the first car to bring on the caution. Yes, Tristan, good job. Nice drive from the C and 1 spot out of a transfer from the A. Good job, man. Good job. Well done. Green flag back out onto the racetrack here at the Knoxville Raceway. Hewitt from Heilemann and Dunn, your top 3. Phelan Maloney, your top 5. And you go back to Sadler, Nathan Clark, Lewis Clark. Butler in there as well. Berkeley in the 15 car of Knitska. You're looking from about 6th on through to 11th right now. 3 wide, Berkeley through the middle, Sadler on the inside. Nathan Clark on the outside, Berkeley trying to split the Clarks. Berkeley all over the back of Lewis Clark. Craig Dunn putting pressure on David Heileman. Heileman's just too fast on the top side at the moment. Sadler back down to the low side. Off for turn number 4 right now. We are 9 laps in. We start lap number 10. And it is still busy right now. All over this racetrack. The 55 car of Mason Merritt. Oh no! Mason Merritt around. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Waiting for the cars to go on by the 55. Jump the cushion. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion instant replay. Of course, we are going to have multiple camera angles of this one. Tell you what, he was very, very lucky that a lot of the drivers were up on the top or on the bottom side of the racetrack. We'll try and get as many shots as we can, as many replays from some different camera angles we've been working on over the past couple of days. Just see, look at all the traffic on the right hand side of the screen. Then, well, thankfully for him, no one else is there. One more shot. See how big this cushion is. We'll see if we can catch it just here. Lights are out on the iRacing.com official page truck. When we get the green flag, we'll have 14 complete. 31 to go. So if we get another caution, we'll take a look at your restart. Oh, there's some contact at the back here. There we go, green flag is back out. Top 3 go straight to the bottom side. In fact, a lot of the drivers inside of the top 15, 16 all went to the bottom side. The only car to go up top was the 21 car of Zach Phelan. And meanwhile, Maloney in 5th. Berkeley behind him. Then you go back to Lewis Clark. And then Nathan Clark, Gavin Sadler, Scott Butler, your top 10. David Phelan, run on the cushion through 1 and 2. They'll make that 3 and 4. He'll do the same in turns 1 and 2 this time by. Hewitt continues to lead from Craig Dunn, the top 3. Maloney and Berkeley go side by side. We'll go back and just look at Sadler. He's got Butler behind him, Konecka, Andre Smith as well. So a nice little 4-car battle. Uh-oh, Phelan. He may have just jumped the cushion. And he's going to lose quite a number of spots. So he's going to get shuffled back to position number 8 at the moment. And it just goes to say risk versus reward. Risk does not pay off just yet. So Hewitt got 4/10 of a second, make that 5/10 of a second over David Heilemann in second. That gap just really closed in, it looked like then, in turn number 3 and 4. Just down to 4/10 of a second. And while we go back to watch Nathan Clark and Zach Phelan on the top side in turns 3 and 4. So we're looking at 21 complete at this stage. Still got 24, so we're almost at the half race distance. Of course, we do have a yellow. Right after the Luca Cushing instant replay, we'll take a look at your Black Diamonds Motorsports midway race break. Have a look at the order in which they are running. Right now, Phelan got back by Nathan Clark, Kaniska, and then we go back to Andre Smith holding down 10th spot. And we have a look at the two teammates, Gavin Sadler, James Robbie there, also battling it out with Scott Butler and James Rice. So the gap closing for the race lead. Up at the front, it's now down to 3/10 of a second, but Heileman's going to have to find another gear and find another way around. Lewis Hewitt as Robbie looking to the inside on Sadler. Butler and Rice doing work on the bottom side of the racetrack. Well, we said Heilemann had to try something different. He's trying something different. 2/10 of a second. He's gone to the top in turn number 1 and 2. 25 complete, 20 to go. Berkeley's made his way to position 3. Shuffle Craig Dunn back to position number 4. Maloney in 5th. Lewis Clark, Zach Phelan, Nathan Clark, Marcus Kaniska, and Andre Smith, your top 10. Phelan and Lewis Clark this time battling it out for 6th and 7th. Phelan, he hasn't really gone away from the top side of the racetrack. Once again, it's still 2/10 of a second between Hewitt and Heilemann. These guys turn hundreds and hundreds of laps each day. It certainly shows why they are two of the fastest here on the iRacing.com service when it comes to these sprint cars. So Heilemann is trying the top side. He's getting a good run, keeping the right rear in the moisture. Looking at lap times right now, Heilemann was a little slower on that previous lap. Now we'll check at the times this time by. He was nearly half a tenth quicker. On the top side was Heilemann, so they are going to catch the lap car of Alex Myers in the 11 machine. Heilemann actually went down low into turn 3 and 4, so certainly trying to find some more speed. And well, it was over a tenth quicker, so Heilemann, he certainly found something on the top in 1 and 2 and bottom 3 and 4, but he can't go to the bottom this time because Hewitt's down there and your battle is on for the race lead. And Alex Myers hang on to it. He does. He lets 1, 2. He will let 3 go by. And right now, David Heilemann. Uh-oh, yellow, is it? It's on the inside of the racetrack. I believe that's going to be... Not sure who that was in that. Oh, the green cars. It might have been Darren Lord or... Anyhow, we go... Uh-oh, Jackson Callow. Callow goes down low, letting the leaders once again cycle through turn number 3 and 4. And Hewitt still holds that 4/10 of a second advantage. Maloney closing the gap on Craig Dunn as well. Maloney just continues to stalk 0.57. Both drivers are sitting in the top 5, sitting in 4th and 5th respectively. 10 laps to go. Try and stay on the battle for the lead. Battle going on for 10th right now. Yellow, Lewis Clark. Upside down. We'll take a look at your wicked cushion instant replay. Just a single car spin. You hate to see it because he was running inside the top 10. He was about 6th spot. In fact, 7th spot. He's very lucky to get tipped back over. See, once again, he's actually running the bottom in 3 and 4. And then in 1 and 2, decided to go back to the top side of the racetrack. Just overcooked it. Of course, the car's coming by on the inside. He had to certainly take evasive action. Take a look at your Black Diamonds Motorsports restart order. The way they will go back to green flag with about 6 to go. It'll be Lewis Hewitt from David Heilemann, Joel Berkeley, Craig Dunn and Jake Maloney. Your top 5, Zach Phelan, Nathan Clark, Scott Butler, Marcus Knitska, James Rice, the top 10. Over the page we've got Andre Smith, Gavin Sadler, Jordan McDonnell, James Robbie, Aaron Wilton, Lewis Clark, Lance Bainton, John Schultz, Sean McGinniskin, Jackson Callow a lap down, Alex Myers a lap down, Darren Lord 6 laps down, he's done, along with Jacob Childs and Mason Merritt also completed. Hewitt, Heilemann, Berkeley, 3, 2, 1. Oh, a little bit early there. Not early for Lewis Hewitt because he was the race leader, just a little bit early than what I anticipated. Berkeley now on the inside of Heilemann in turns 1 and 2. Coming to 5 laps to go. Berkeley down low, Craig Dunn down low as well. Heilemann is certainly showing some speed on the top side of the racetrack. Berkeley puts the slider on him. Heilemann turns back underneath him. But right now it's still Hewitt, Heilemann and Berkeley. Berkeley came down the racetrack. Heilemann puts the slider on Berkeley. Yellow, yellow, yellow. And that should do us for tonight. That should wrap us up for tonight's main event. As the caution flag flew within 4 laps or less, there is every chance that this race is done and dusted and in the books. And Lewis Hewitt will celebrate in the number 3 car. As they come through turn number 3 and 4, the lights will stay on the racing.com official page truck. Therefore getting the white flag. And there will be no restart. Lewis Hewitt will get the win here in the Pace Syndicate 360 winged sprint cars in the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. Of course, we'll go down and have a look at your JR Productions and Media full finishing results here in tonight's main event. We'll do that as soon as the drivers come past the start-finish line. They make their way through to number 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. It will be official. Take a look at those results right now. Big thanks to JR Productions and Media for coming on board for the finishing results here. Lewis Hewitt in car number 3 gets the win from David Hartman and Joel Berkeley, your top 3. Craig Dunn and Jake Maloney round out the top 5. Zach Phelan, Nathan Clark, Marcus Kanitzka, James Rice, Scott Butler, your top 10. 11th, Andre Smith, Gavin Sadler, Aaron Wilton, James Robbie, Lance Bainton in 15th. 16th, Jordan McDonnell, John Schultz, Sean McGinnis in 18th. Jackson Callow, Alex Myers, your top 20. And over the third page, Lewis Clark, 21st. Darren Lord, Jacob Childs, and Mason Merritt, home in 24th spot. Try and get a word with our top 3 quickly. We'll give those guys a couple of minutes to get into the Discord. Oh, we're going straight down to Victory Lane and chat with the driver that comes home in first place tonight, Lewis Hewitt. Lewis, congratulations on this win. It must be a big relief. 45 laps in the books, and you lead from start to finish.
Yeah, that was a tough race, that one. David's always fast here. I was worried for the whole race that he was just about to drive around me, so yeah, good to get the win.
Did you learn anything from the preliminary mains and take it into the A main or that little warm-up session and take any knowledge or track knowledge from what you've seen, and what did you use for that main event?
No, honestly, I knew the bottom was going to be fast. I've done a lot of races here at Knoxville, and if you can just roll the bottom nice and smooth, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the fastest line. I tried the top in the warm-up, and it's just too rough to be consistent for me. So yeah, down on the bottom it was.
Bit of a sigh of relief with 4 to go. You said the yellow flag come out knowing that was going to be race over.
Honestly, I was looking forward to that finish there. I know Joel and David were both close. I felt like David was going to drive right around me, to be honest, but it was going to be a really exciting finish without that caution, and I would have liked it to go green. Oh,
well done on the win. Any sponsor shout-outs? Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, as always, a big thank you to TTL, our main sponsor, SimWorks, as always, for supporting us, along with Tie Designs, Down Under Graphics. Thanks to David for coming out, the temporary teammate in the mornings. So, yeah, thanks to him, and thanks to you for broadcasting, and Pace for hosting.
All right, there we go. Lewis Hewitt there home with the win. Gets the checkered flag. I'll tell you who doesn't get the checkered flag, but he will grab a second place here tonight, David Holloman. David, congratulations. Early morning start for you, but hey, good way to start the day. You come home with second.
Yeah, second's cool, I guess.
I had to make sure I wasn't talking to Joel then, because you guys give the same answer. It was a bittersweet, I guess. You were certainly coming on the top side. You were making top 1 and 2, and then bottom 3 and 4 work. Lap traffic came into play, and you had to stay on the top side. Were you a little bit disappointed? But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It was just racing. I could carry a lot of momentum off 2 and into 3, but couldn't really hold it off into 4 or 1 or whatever. But yeah, it was fun just chasing Lewis all race, and then there's 2 or 3 lap cars, but it seemed like they're all running my line, I guess, but it didn't really affect me that much. It's just knew that lax caution would bring Joel into the picture, and it did, and then we were all excited. We're going to have a really good race out, but another yellow came out, unfortunately.
Do you think you had him, if those last 4 laps weren't under yellow?
I don't know. I felt like I probably hit my best turn 4 the lap just before Joel slid me. So I don't know, because before I could never really hold the top the whole way around the corner. But that like second to last green flag lap. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can stay, because I thought I'd have to either get my run on at 2 and try like a slagger or something in 3 and 4 to get to go outside of them. But yeah, I thought I had a real good feeling coming to that. So I guess last green flag lap, but then all of a sudden Berkeley slid me. So I was like, oh, I gotta race it with him. And but yeah, still just disappointed that caution came out.
Right, well, look, sponsor shout-outs. Floor is yours. Who do you need to thank?
Shout out to Brett Wheeler. It's been a while since got to interview with him, but yeah, thank all the guys back at KKR Sim team. Looking forward to the Sprint Car Classic this Friday night for me. I don't know, one of those days. We'll be there for that, and Wicked Cushion, Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum, and all the Hylomaniacs.
All right, there we go. They spit it out, Brett Wheeler. David Heilemann home in second place. We'll go down to our final place on the podium in car number 31, Joel Berkeley. Joel, congratulations on third. It was a case where you had to work your way through the traffic to get to the front, and well, you had a chance, but a couple of yellows towards the end certainly halted that proceedings.
Yeah, well, it's all part of racing, isn't it? But a couple of yellows at the end, it was good fun, I guess, getting through traffic.
What was it like coming through the traffic? I know it was there was a couple of times where you really could have really climbed up on the back of people, and you really had to have that throttle control to get through the turns here.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing, just staying smooth on throttle and keeping the car straight in the slick, and trying to pass cars wherever I could and where there was space, and I made up some space, but made up to third, and then bit of a shame about that last joy, but hey, it's racing, so whatever happens. That
last restart, you were right up on the back of Heilemann. You traded a couple of sliders with him there, but what was it like to put some sliders on on this track that was very tricky?
It's always cool to race people that you have respect for, like David is a temporary teammate, and Lewis they're always good to race together, and it's always good to race them sort of guys. And it was a fun track though. Like there was a top, there was a bottom. I think the bottom was a bit more easier to hit than the top, obviously, but put on some good racing, I think, up front, didn't it?
It was good from our end anyway. But congratulations on third. Before we let you get out of here, the floor's yours. Who do you need to thank?
Thanks, Brett. It's a massive thanks to the guys at TTL Esports, Simworks, Tire Designs, Down to Gravity, Pay Syndicate for hosting, you for broadcast, and everyone else that makes it possible. And Lewis and Dave for the good race.
All right, there we go. Joel Berkeley finishes up in third place. Of course, well done to Lewis Hewitt, getting the job done, leading all 45 laps and not sweeping the night because he qualified second, but he did win his seat and then start on the outside of the front row. So well done to Lewis Hewitt. Big thanks to all the people that have been watching on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors as well. You can check them out on our website, www.ultimatedirttv.com. And those sponsors: Wicked Cushion, Simworks Performance, BK Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, Turbo Tees Apparel, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, we say farewell from the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. We'll see you next time right here on Ultimate Dirt TV.